Hello friends and my dear colleagues. Welcome back to how to conduct the MCQ test using Google Form part 2. In the part 1 we have seen how to create the Google Classroom, how to create the Google Form, how to create or design the Google Form heading according to your subject, according to your college, putting the college logo and by using the basic PowerPoint tool. In the part 2, we'll be discussing or we'll be continuing about conducting or creating the MCQ test. After watching this video, learner will able to understand how to create the MCQ test, how to assign the marks to the individual question and what are the standard setting need to be done before starting the quiz. Now let's go to the Google Form. In the part 1 we have finished till this part and we have created this heading along with the Google Form. Now let's go to the setting. There is on the left hand side there is a setting button over there. Click on the setting button. General tab will open. Under the general tab, collect email addresses. Click on this. If you are clicking on this, when individual student is attempting the examination, his or her email ID will automatically be seen in the Excel sheet or the result outcome what you are going to get after conducting the examination. So always collect the email addresses. Another advantage of collecting the email addresses is for the authenticity of the student. So if that student only giving the test or not, that also you can check from his or her email ID. Then limit to 1 responses. Now again you have to click on this so that an individual student after signing into his Google account or a Gmail account can only able to give only one specific response. Sometimes students what they do, they sign up for the other friend and they give the examination. So here you can limit them to giving responses to only one by clicking on this button. After that, click on the presentation. In the general tab, there are 2 more options are there: edit after submit, see summary chart and text responses. So edit after submit is when student want to edit their answer again and again. So don't click it if you are conducting any test in a specific time. Now go to the presentation. Under the presentation tab, click on the show progress bar. The show progress bar will going to give you give the student information at what stage they are, because lots of time they don't able to see the all the questions in one time because they are solving the test in the mobile or tablet. So their resolution is different, so they can able to see only few of the question, not all the question. So at what stage they are, if you can check, click on the show progress bar, they will keep on knowing at what stage they are working or which question they are solving. Then the next option is very important: shuffle question order. You have to click on the shuffle question order. What is the importance of shuffle question order? It will keep on changing the question order for individual student as well as the option order. So you have to select this so that all the students at the same time get the different question, and also the options which are you are setting up, those will keep on be shuffling or will keep on changing. So if you are assigning some of the question where you are writing all of the above option like that, some lots of MCQs while we set is as all of the above. So when you are clicking on the shuffle question order, make sure that you are not writing all of the above, but in place of all of the above you can use remaining of the above or remaining of the options. This option you can select. Then you can write the confirmation message for the students that their responses have been recorded or not. So you can write, thank you for your exam, your responses have been recorded. Soon you will get the mark sheet on the Google Classroom. So you can keep the message for the students so that they can get the confirmation they have received the we have received their answers and we have received their responses. So we can write the confirmation message for the students. Then go to the quizzes. Under the quizzes, before starting anything, make sure that this is on. It should be on while setting up any question, because if this is not set, you cannot make it as a grading point, or you cannot give marks to individual question. And if we want the MCQ to be self-evaluated, so for that, make sure that this is on. After this, there is an option called as immediate after each submission. So student can see their answers or their marks after each submission, how many marks they have got. So if you are clicking on this, student will immediately going to get their marks, or later on manually you can give the marks. If you are making a quiz which consists of MCQ as well as the short answer, in that condition latter option is more preferable, because short questions you have to manually check them and then give the marks. But if for the MCQ, the first option is really very good, you can immediately release the mark. After that, go to there are three options: missed question, point value and correct answer. Now while conducting the mock examination, definitely you can use the correct answer option, but when you are conducting an examination, don't select that, make it inactive, and they should be look like this. And after doing everything, just save it. Now your form is all set for putting all the answer questions in the Google form, because these are the settings which are very essential. Before putting any single question, you do that first. Now after this, let's start by putting the question. But before putting the question, make sure that you are writing the roll number question and make it a short answer. Why we are doing this? Because we need all the marks accordingly arranged in an Excel sheet according to the student's roll number. It becomes very easy for us, because we are we will be releasing the mark sheet, so it will be useful for all the teachers later on. So first question, always you write roll number, which will make it as a short answer, and put it, or this is important, you have to on the required tab button, because if the required tab button is not on, the student may or may not write his roll number or her roll number. In that condition, it will be very difficult to trace them back. So it is always advisable to make it compulsory question. You can see the star over here after the email address. This is for the compulsory question. When you click on the required tab, then only the star will come and that question will be compulsory. So if you want to make all your questions compulsory, make sure that you are you are making this on. The required tab button should be on. So now we have set the question number 1, that is roll number. Now click on the plus sign when you want to add the next question. We'll click on the next question. Now here, if you want to receive the name of the students, you can also write the name of the student and make it as a short answer. If you want to have any specific way of writing their name, so you can also mention like surname, then name, and then middle name. Whatever is comfortable for you, you can give it right. And if you want to make it compulsory also, same like roll number. Now why we are doing this, you can also get the roll number from the name of the students, from the roll number, or if you are putting the roll number here, that is also usable, is very useful while we are releasing the mark sheet. So now the form, Google form, is ready for putting the questions. Now let's start by adding the answers. Now click on the add question button over here. I have already prepared some of the question for this topic, so I'll put those questions over here and all the options. You can directly copy all the options and paste below it. It will automatically get over there, if you, and the multiple choice question gets automatically get activated. Now we have put the question, we have put the options. Now it's time to select the correct answer key. So there is an option you can see over here, correct answer key. Click on that and select the correct option. So this is my correct option I have selected, and how many points I want to assign? I want to assign 1 point, and then this is done. Click on the done button, and I want this question to be compulsory one, so I will also click on the required tab button. Now my question number 1 along with my answer key along with my points is ready. When you are putting so many number of questions, some of the times you may miss the giving point. At that time, how to verify that? If you are putting 10 question, make sure in the total point tab the 10 points are coming or not. If the 10 question 10 points, it means you have done everything correctly. So this is how you can set the question. I'll put one more question over here. This is my second question. Okay, sorry, only the question. Then the options. So I have put the question and the option. Now again I will go to the answer key, select the correct answer and put the point 1. If the students will is selecting the correct answer, they will going to get 1 marks for this, and click on done, and also I am making it compulsory for the students. So this is how you can add number of questions, multiple choice questions, and similarly you can also keep the paragraph question also from here, checkbox questions also from here, and dropbox question. And if you want your students to solve some assignment, you can create a similar question but select the file upload option. I will explain you that part later on in more detail, but this is how you can select you can write or create the multiple choice questions for the students and assign them the points. And then after preparing this, you can see all changes have saved in the drive. So there is no saving button over here. Whatever you type at that point, it gets stored in the system automatically. So that's it for this part. In the next part, I will explain you about how to constant or how to control the test, or in the specific time how to conduct the test, and where to make it on or make it visible or not visible for the students. That I will take in the third part. Thank you very much for watching.